Hi everyone, this is Isabel the Shabby Hippie. I hope you're all doing well. I'm sorry I haven't been around for a while. I've been sick, as you can probably still tell. I'm finally starting to feel a little better, and I thought my voice had come completely back this morning when I woke up, but I guess not. But I am here today to do a tiny little tutorial for the collaboration that Denise and I have going on, and unfortunately she's had to do it pretty much all by herself because I have not been able to join very often. I did do, I think, 4 or 5 projects in the beginning, but too much was happening, and then I got very sick. I've been sick for over a week, and yeah, so this is for the hashtag 14 plus days of Galentine's and or Valentine's 2023 collaboration. It is an open collaboration that Denise and I have going on. She is the host and I am the co-hostess. Anybody can join using that hashtag, and you will see the hashtag underneath the title. There's also a video description that I had made and given you all the details if you're interested in joining. We have had a couple of people join, but not too many. So if you have any type of Galentine's or Valentine's projects that you want to share, you do not have to do a tutorial, and it does not have to be on a daily basis. Please feel free to use the hashtag and share your project, okay, so that we can all watch and get inspired by each other. So today what I have for you is this cute little pouch. I'm sure a lot of you probably already know how to make this or something like it. It just came to me last night because I was in need of packaging up some sequins, and I didn't have a place to really package them up in for them to look nice. So I started playing around with some junk mail, as you can see here. And this is what I came up with. So it's pretty much like a coin envelope. So there are so many tutorials out there for coin envelopes, but literally what I did was I cut up some junk mail, like I said, and then I just literally went like this, folded it over and did this. And then when I saw that the little baggies that I'm going to use, which are these, fit inside, this is perfect. So I didn't even try and make up anything else because I'm in a rush to do these things. I mean, Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and I haven't done anything because of being sick and so many other problems. So what I did then was I just added the measurements where I actually did fold, and then figured out where I was going to fold on the ends, and that's what we're going to do today. So you can actually get 4 of these out of one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So you can get 4, or you can get 2 and 1 large one like this one, like this here, which is the start of another one, okay? But if we have enough time, well, then I will go on about this one. But for now, I'm just going to concentrate on this one, okay? So what I'm doing is I've been using my scraps from that mini album that I showed last week. Let me show you the scraps. Please excuse my reach. So these are the scraps from that mini album. So basically all I had left was this 6 by 12 sheet, and then everything else is scraps. So that's what I've been using. So I'm going to show you how to cut this up really quickly. It's so easy. I'm not sure which, maybe I should use this one. It doesn't really matter. So, okay, so this is 8.5 by 11, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut this in half lengthwise, So half of 11 is 5.5. So you're just going to go in and cut it. Make sure this is straight. You're going to go in and cut it at 5.5. Okay? And then you're going to go in and cut these both at 4.25. But for now, just in case I have time for the other one, I'm only going to cut one of them at 4.25, because if you want to do two small ones and one big one, this is the size that you need, as you can see here. Okay? So, oh wow, one of my papers is bigger than the other. That's interesting. I'm going to have to find out now what happened there. Huh, look at that. I guess one pack of paper was larger than the other, so that's something to keep in mind. Is you should always, or we should always measure our paper before we actually cut into it, just to make sure we know what we're starting with, to how much we're starting with. So so with this one that is now supposedly 8.5 by 5.5 by 4.25. Goodness gracious, that's wrong. This is the 5.5 by 8.5 now. 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to cut along the 5.5 side at 4.25. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that, and this is where I'm going to find out if this was even or not. Oh yeah, it was even. Okay, I mean pretty even. I'm off by like a hair, but it's okay. So I don't need this anymore for now, unless I decide to make this into two more. If I only decide to make it into a bigger one, then I will leave it like that, okay? But all right, let's try to put this here. So here, what I'm going to do is I am going to score this. You're going to put your 5.5-inch side up towards, you know, the scoreboard. I can't talk. And you're going to score it at 1 3/8. Let me double check. Yep, 1 3/8. And so 1 3/8 is the score line right after the 1 1/4 inch. So this would be a 1/4 inch right here. Sorry for my sniffling. This is a 1/4 inch. So you're just really, literally just going to go over one notch, and that would be 1 3/8. You're going to score right there. And then all the way down to 3 7/8, which is the score line right before the 4-inch. Okay? So right there, I like to score twice because that's just how I am. Then you're going to turn it over once, okay? And you're going to, let me see here. Where is it again? You're going to score at 5/8, which is the notch right next to the 1/2 inch. So 5/8. This is going to be the top of your paper. And then 3 7/8. 3 7/8, which is the score right next to the 4 again. Wait, something's wrong. I'm doing this wrong already. Okay, see, I was wrong. So it's 3 3/4. 3 3/4. So 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 3 3/4. There we go. 3 3/4. So we're going to have a 5/8 inch lip up here and a 1/2 inch lip down here. That's what we have, okay? I'm not sure if you can see the score lines. I think you can. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to come in and we're going to get rid of all of the corners. So I like to cut up right past the score and then cut that off, okay? Cut that off completely. And right here, completely. Okay, now you will need to angle this. Cut a little bit more there. So I just go in like this and like this. There's like no, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. So it's just a tiny little sliver. Excuse me. On the top, you're gonna again take away the sides, but those tops you can angle, but I am not going to. I'm going to round them with a corner punch. If I brought it with me, I think I see it. Sorry. All right, so this is what you should have right now. Only neater because, yeah, I didn't cut inside the score. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, let me grab my corner punch. Oh, sorry. Oh gosh, I hate to sniffle on when I'm on doing a video, but I really have not much of a choice. All right, so here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to fold in the corners, I'm sorry, fold on all the folds. Okay, like so. It's easier to me, I feel, if I just fold in those and then I fold the top one at the end, because I can get my corner punch in easier. Okay, so now I have this, and now one more step just to make things, to help things come in and out easier. What I want to do is, let me show you on this one. See how this has like this sort of like a V cut out? So basically what you want to do is you want to come in and from the corner, is that how I did it? Let me double check, because you know, yeah, from the corner you're just going to cut in like a little sliver. It's again, this does not have to be perfect. I like a lot of perfection in my things, but only if they're going to last. But if it's something that it's just going to be used for, you know, for stuff like this, normally people just throw things like this away, or they may reuse it once or twice. But okay, so this is what you have so far. Now do not glue down yet, okay, because I'm going to use my heart punch. You can use a circle, square, whatever you want. I believe this is supposed to be a 2x2. I measured it before I came on here, and it actually measures the heart that it makes the heart of a 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. So what I did here was, nope, hang on. I am going to, before I do that, because when I did this one, I cut out the hole first, and then I laid this on top, the matte piece, and from the back I traced it, but it still didn't go on really super straight. So this time I'm going to try something different, and I am just going to mat it first. So let me see here. Oh, yeah. I had already kind of figured out what I was going to use for some of these, and of course I just messed them up. So yeah, that's me. That's definitely me. Yeah, I don't think this was it. So it was probably this and this. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Okay, so the mat is, I wrote it down here, 2 1/4 by 2 7/8. 2 1/4 by 2 7/8. And again, that 7/8 is the notch right before the 3. So what I'm going to do is I am going to glue this down, hopefully, if my glue works. And sorry, I am unclogging it, hopefully, anyway. Okay. Alright, so I'm not going to put too much in the center because I know that's where I'm going to cut out the heart. So yeah, there we go. And of course this paper is good because it doesn't have a top or bottom. Okay, I hope I don't have my head in there. So for right now I don't need the glue anymore, so let me put the pin back in. And alright, let me wait a little bit for that to dry. Okay, and in the meantime, I did make the the sequence mix. So I pulled in all these little sequences that I have. These are packets from Dollar Tree, and then these are things that I've bought either from Ali or Amazon, or I'm not sure if I have anything here from Temu. This might have been from Temu, but it could have also been from Ali. I'm not sure. So that's what I did. I pulled some out and saw which ones matched better, and I made this little sequin mix here. Okay, so we do have that, and so we can make that. Well, we can just put it into the little bag that we're going to be using, if I can get it open, that is. Right, and so here's my little baggie. And I love these little baggies because it almost looks like snow. And it also kind of, you know, makes it look even nicer in the package. So I'm just going to start putting some in here. Hang on here. I'll make sure it's open. And let's see. Hopefully I won't spill it all. Okay. Now you don't want to fill it to the top because then it's going to become really bulky, and you don't want that. So you're just gonna fill it, I guess, about halfway. Is what I'm looking at there. So now you're just going to close this up. Oh, well, it would help if I did it neatly and straight, but yeah, of course not. There we go. All right. So that's the sequin mix, okay? And now, hopefully this is dry enough so that I can go in with a punch and punch it out. I'm gonna punch it out. Okay, so what I do is I try to straighten this out. Well, you know, have this evenly centered from side to side. And basically I'm looking at this notch all the way at the bottom so that I have pretty much the same amount of space on both sides, okay? And then I'm not sure if you saw, I did fold in that bottom part, and then you're just gonna go ahead and punch. Hopefully it'll punch. Oh, no problem. Perfect. So it punched right out, even though it was 2 layers of cardstock, basically, okay? So so this is what you have now. All right, and now what I used afterwards was my little tape runner. If you don't have a punch, you can obviously use dies, which I had taken them out, but again, I don't have a lot of energy. So I decided not to go for that. I just decided to use my stamp. my punch. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my my little thingamajiggy here and here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so it's made. This doesn't look very attractive in the back, but it really doesn't matter because it is going to get covered with your sequin mix, which is going to fit in perfectly. Okay, and you're just going to kind of make it so that and there it goes, it's in there. Okay, and then what I did to close this was I just added like the tiniest bit in the center here, just like that, and that's it. Okay, and then to decorate it, I used the borders on the, oh lordy, where, is this it? Yeah, I think so. On the papers, you know, the branding strip. So I used those, and I cut them up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just basically, like you see here, just create a little banner. Let's see here. I don't want to make it longer than what this is. So let me see here. Maybe I think this one should be the longer one. So, oh Lord, I hate to have the sniffles like this, but it's really actually gotten better because, gosh, I was ready to go to hospital yesterday because yesterday I woke up feeling even worse. After so many days, I then started feeling even worse yesterday. So, actually, you know what? Let me cut it the size of this one. So there's no right or wrong with this. You just cut it the size that you kind of think will work for you. What I am seeing is that it's a little wider, so I'm just going to cut a little bit off the edge here. But yeah, so yesterday I woke up and I was feeling 10 times worse, and I couldn't believe it. And so I said, if I get up like this again tomorrow, which is today, I'm just going to go to the hospital. But I did get up feeling better, thank God, but still not quite myself yet. But I guess it'll get there. I haven't gotten this sick in the longest time except for COVID. Like, COVID is, you know, that was different. But it had been years and years and years, literally years since I got this sick. Except for COVID. Sorry. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the red one on the bottom. I'm not sure if I want this going up or down. Let's see here. Maybe like this or like this. I don't know. I think on the top. The red on the top. So let me shorten this one up a little bit. Doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to glue them together at a slight angle. Okay. And wait, I said that one on top, I think I said. So, oh no, I got glue on it. Ugh, I hate when I do that. Especially when you do it on a solid sheet. And then I have these hearts that I cut out from this punch. Okay, so it's like a double heart, and what I did was I cut it out, and then the center doesn't cut out. Excuse me. And then I cut one of these out from, oh goodness gracious, from one of these. And I'm just going to put it right in the middle of this one. Oh, goodness. And hopefully I won't lose it. Okay, sort of, kind of. Oh gosh, my hands are shaky. Probably because I want to get through this with no problems. Oh Lord, I am so sorry. Alright, so then I'm just going to lift this top up a little bit, and I'm only going to apply glue to this side, to the edges of the larger heart here. And just going to add that to the little banner. Okay. I mean, you can obviously embellish this however you'd like. It's not, you know, it's not science. Actually, I should have just put this down first. You could use flowers, you could use cabochons, you can use whatever you have on hand. But the reason I'm doing it this way is because I want to keep it as flat as possible for mailing, because we all know how the mail has gotten lately. It's ridiculous. Like any little thing that you send out is just like a whole bunch of money. So here we go, right there. And yeah, so apparently I'm not gonna have time to make another one. I think we're at 27 minutes already. Oh shoot, I'm raising the wrong one, no wonder. Oh Lord, I'm making a mess. Hold on here, I'm sorry. Oh gosh, that one gets glued down. Hold on. What a mess I've made. See, we all make mistakes, and that's just how it is. There I go again, lifting up the bigger one. I'm telling you, people, my brain's not functioning. Oh, the other one I think got glued to the bottom. I guess that's what's happening. Well, part of what's happening. Let's try this. Let's just try that. There, there. And grab this little piece of glue from there. And even though it's sloppy, I will fix it later. I'll probably end up adding a new one, but this is what it looks like. So now we have a red one and a pink one, and that's what we have. All right, so as you can see, they're not exactly the same, they're almost the same. Yeah, I will end up cutting a new heart because that's really sloppy. I don't like that. But this is how you do that. And then this one needs a little bit more glue because apparently I didn't put enough. So yeah, so that's it. I hope you all like it. If you like this video, please hit the like button. I'm sorry it's not a professional video because, again, I'm working under stress here and sickness. But I hope you like it. I hope you can use this idea if you haven't already made something like this. And thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber and you like my content. I did put out, I think, 2 videos out last week. One was of a card that I got, and one was of a mini album. So if you haven't seen them, feel free to, you know, look for them and watch them. So thank you all. You have a beautiful rest of the day. Happy Valentine's Day if I don't talk to you tomorrow. So happy Valentine's Day to everyone. And yeah, that's it. I love you all. God bless you. Bye-bye.